Hello and welcome to another edition of Luther Manor's Employee Spotlight. I am Nikki Bird, I'm the Senior HR Generalist here. Today I have a really special guest, Deb Jones, and she is actually going to be celebrating her anniversary with us tomorrow. Hey Deb.
Hi, Nikki,
Thank you for joining me today.
and thank you for having me today.
So like I said, we are so excited because you are going to be celebrating your anniversary with us tomorrow.
Yes.
Tell me how many years you've been with Luther Manor.
I've been with Luther Manor for 26 wonderful years.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
That is amazing. I'm
Yes.
so happy to have you here. We absolutely love you.
Thank you.
Do you want to tell our viewers, what do you do here?
I have several roles here, and one of the roles that I really enjoy doing here is working as clinical development trainer. Also, I work as a restorative certified nursing assistant. In those roles, as a restorative nursing assistant, I restore and maintain body functional with our residents. Also, with the clinical development trainer, I train all the CNAs, which are certified nurses assistants. Also, I train all the RCAs, which is resident care assistant, and also train certified medication aides. In that training, I go over the policy and procedure and what is expected of them as caregivers. So when they leave me, they are prepared and ready to work once they get on those units.
Okay, that is absolutely amazing. I'm glad that you mentioned that too, because I think that's something that definitely sets Luther Manor apart from a lot of long-term care facilities, that we actually have a clinical training and development program.
Yes.
And this is actually mandatory for them to go through.
Yes.
And I think we also want to mention too is that this is not something that's just for new folks to their role.
Right.
Say they're new CNAs or new RCAs or new CMAs.
Yes.
These are for people who have been in that role or who are new to that role.
Yes.
And it really makes a huge difference when we have like state surveys or things like that. They're actually prepared when they get on the floor due to the training that they receive from you.
I totally agree with you. And I also like to tell the new staff, I train them as if a state surveyor is watching them. I got trained by an RN who held this position that I have now for like 30 years. So she trained me. And she always had told me, we're going to train them as if a state surveyor is watching them. And that way, when they do leave and go on a unit, they will feel real comfortable. When the state surveyors come, they are ready. And they should be ready all the time, not only when the state surveyors are here.
Right. Thank you so much. That kind of leads me into my next question. Who was your biggest influence to get into healthcare?
You know, I'm going to make this short. I have a resident, when I first became a CNA, she was a resident who had matted hair and dry skin and like really big bad sores on her. And when I took care of this particular resident, she smiled. She was so happy. She closed her eyes and she just looked at me and said, "Thank you, baby." I think because she hadn't had that type of care. So that resident inspired me, because I feel if I could make more people like her smile, maybe this is the job I need to be in. So, and that probably was about 31 years ago. Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that.
Sure. You're welcome.
So what is your greatest accomplishment that you think here at Luther Manor?
There was a gentleman who was on a Hoyer lift, and therapy did all what they can do with him. So they put him on the restorative program. And me and another restorative young lady, we worked so hard with him. We were able to get him off that Hoyer. Then he started using the Easy Stand, our sister stand.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to get off the sister stand, and we were able to walk him by ourselves. So then maybe 6 months later, he was able to walk out of Luther Manor. So to me, that was a great accomplishment to see that me and the other restorative young lady helped him get out of Luther Manor. Although we wanted him to stay, but he was able to walk out of here with the help of the restorative young ladies.
I thank you so much for sharing that. So I have one last question for you.
Sure.
What would you have to say to anyone wanting to join Luther Manor? Why should they come here?
Let me say this. I am a 3-time rehire, Nikki. I started here back in 1993. And I came back in June of 1998, and I left for a couple of months, and I came back in August. I think Luther Manor is a great place. I would recommend anyone to come here and start their career here. You know, I really love Luther Manor. The resident at Luther Manor is like my family away from my family. I really enjoy the residents here and the staff. I think we have great staff here.
We do,
Yes.
and I'm so glad that you joined us today. So I want to tell you thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us and our viewers. It just was absolutely amazing and refreshing, and congratulations
Thank
on
you,
your
Nikki.
anniversary.
Thank you.
And we wish many, many more.
Thank you so much.
So, just want to thank everybody for watching this edition today of Luther Manor's Employee Spotlight. Please join us again.